just like a thief in the night. And you took my sadness, and you took my shame. You poured out all of your love on me. That's what you're doing right here, right now. You're pouring out all of your love, all of your compassion. That's what you're doing right now, right here, right now. We expect judgment, and you come with kindness, God. We expect judgment, and you come with your grace, Holy Spirit. So we take off our right clothes and put on the garments of praise. We take off our right clothes and we put on the garments of praise. I'm constantly amazed. Lord, I'm constantly amazed by you. Oh, I'm constantly amazed. I'm constantly amazed by you. And you came just like a thief in the night, and you gave all of your joy and your light. Oh, you took my mourning, you took my sadness away, all the way. And you came just like a thief in the night, and you gave all of your joy and your light. Oh, you took my mourning, you took my sadness, you took it all away. You took it all away, and you came just like a thief in the night, and you gave all of your joy and your light. Oh, you took my mourning, you took my sadness away. Lord, I'm constantly amazed. Lord, I'm constantly amazed. Lord, I'm constantly amazed. Lord, I'm constantly
Go to the point. I want to just say, Lord, please do this, that everyone in this room will carry home in their minds the phrase integrity of heart, because I want to talk to you about how it's arrived at, but first I want to define integrity. The word integrity is, to begin with, if you spell it, the beginning of the word is where we derive also the word integer. Integer is numbers. Integer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the integers that's between numbers. It has to do with something virtually mathematical. It has to do with something that is, you can calculate it. It's something that is either greater or lesser. So that integrity, basically the Hebrew word means everything is all there. In other words, the full count. you're getting your change, and you get your change, and if the person, presumably, if they didn't give you the right amount of the change, you check the change, that it was an accident. But of course, you could be in a situation where somebody's maybe shorting the thing too and just letting it accumulate during the day and come out with an extra $5 at the end of the day by getting a quarter here and maybe a buck here. And so you count your change and you say this. It actually happened to me just the other day. I pulled in McDonald's just to get a Big Mac. I was driving someplace, and as when she gave me the change, it was actually, she miscounted, and I got $1 less. She was very apologetic when I said, I think it's $1 less. I've had it where it's been the other way, where I'd say, you gave me too much, because as far as God's concerned, it counts both ways. I need to square with what's right too. And so, but she said, oh, that's right, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I really didn't mean to, sir. I said, I trust you. I'm sorry, don't be embarrassed. The point is that integrity has to do with a full count. Everything's there. It's complete is the idea. Let me give you a picture. When I was about 6 years old, first time I saw this. And this is before you went to the store, and if you want to get 6 slices of salami for sandwiches, it's in a plastic wrap, and it's all sliced and ready to go. But you've also, all of us have seen this, where you have a full loaf of salami or bologna or cheese or something, and it'll be in a rack, and you'll see it in a deli quite often. And there was down the street from where I was, we lived at that time, I liked when my mom would say, oh, I don't have enough lunch meat. Jack, I was the oldest of the kids, and he said, you go down. I was about 7 or 8 when I went down, because by this time you had to cross a real busy street, and when there weren't signals there. And so when I was that old, though, I could cross that street and go down there to that little store. There were no such things. Can you believe a world without supermarkets? That's how old you're looking at. So I went down to this little store on the corner, and I loved to go over and watch the guy when he would slice it. I says, my mom wants 6 slices of bologna, and she said she made it about that thick, and I'd show him, and then he'd set the little thing. And then he'd take this slicer, push a button, and this blade starts turning around about 10,000 circulations a minute or something, just a thing. And he goes, boom, plop, slide, boom. I would lean there watching him like this, do this. This sounds really crazy, but it's so clear a memory, and I still can get the feeling I had. It was just, this is so cool. Look at this. Boom. I mean, it was like butter, but it was these pieces of meat. It was, if you took one of those loaves, if you just did one slice off the end, according to the meaning of the word integrity, the loaf has lost its integrity because it is not all there any longer. Are you with me? Integrity of heart has to do with a whole heart. David says, with my whole heart will I seek thee, O Lord. With my whole heart. We hear people talk about just being half-hearted about something. We're not even getting down anywhere in that area of the fraction. We're not talking about 3/4 or 7/8. Just, I used the picture of that loaf of meat because it's just one slice. In fact, that end of the meat, it curves down, and it's not even as big as the slices you're going to get later. And say, well, it's nothing. And people that live on the basis of it doesn't make any difference. It's just a little slice out of my values, a little slice out of my soul, a little slice out of my commitment, a little slice out of my commitment to purity of life. Not some blue-nosed, small-minded, religious kind of purity. I mean just real commitment to what it means to walk in a relationship with God and to learn the wonder of what it means to see Him work wholeness in your life. It's really the derivation of the word holiness, by the way. It's not kind of holiness. Holiness it happens with a middle of a passionate life. It has to do with a busy life, a joyous life. But